So, I might have got a little too comfy in the chaotic realm. Set up like, I got my little casket here, got some rocks, get a nice little comfy spot, but I lost complete track of time, so it's been a bit since the actual LP, so we should probably actually cover the things we were supposed to cover, huh? Alright, this bonus video is going to cover all the remaining souls that we missed, which actually ends up being a lot. We apparently missed 50 souls in the game. So everything you see grayed out there, those are ones that we didn't get the souls for, but we did kill that enemy. And there's one enemy we didn't kill at all, which we will be focusing on as well at some point too, because we need his soul. Their soul is one of the easier ones to get when you kill them, but you need another ability to get that. So we'll get to that when we get to it. We're going to do all these roughly in numerical order, so I'm going to head out to the beginning of the game and start fighting zombies for souls. And then we're going to do boss rush, then we're going to cover Julius mode, and then we'll cover the true ending. So that seems to be everything. So let's equip our Soul Eater ring. Double our chances, roughly, of getting souls dropped. And then I'll see you guys after the break. Or sorry, I'll see you guys after the cut with what we need. Let's go. Hey, two things before we get started. One, this video ended up being way longer than I expected. And I ended up having to cut it into two pieces. So this video is just soul collecting. All the bonus modes and everything else will be in the second part at a later date. Sorry about that, it just became way too long. The second is the following you're about to watch is me attempting to get all the souls in one sitting. This took 5 hours. So prepare yourself for a slow descent into madness, essentially. Buckle up. Well, couldn't quite get out of it without getting at least one of them off the list. We got Giant Skeleton. Throws Giant Skulls. That's number 93 off the list. $19 per use. It looks like you're throwing alien skulls at this point. Let's see if we can get some damage on anything with it. Definitely not nearly not as powerful as our sword, but still seems, you know, all right for what it is. Just a slow projectile is a real downside to it. All right, so it's been a while since we've talked to these guys here, so let's start by talking to Hammer. Because I realized I talked about this glitch, but I never actually showed off how to do it. There's a glitch where you can basically make as much money as you want from Hammer whenever you want. Have only 2 items in your inventory. So unfortunately I have 3 right now, so I'm gonna get rid of all these potions I seem to have for some reason. Ignore the gold amount. I actually had to sell all my items to get this trick to work in the first place. This isn't a trick that works better the earlier you do it, essentially. So you need to have 2 items in your inventory no matter what. Hit the R button, and your inventory will shuffle, and it'll show things that you don't have. So keep tapping up on the D-pad until I find it easy to line up with Hammer's eyebrow. So talk to Hammer to sell his eyebrows to you, or you're selling his eyebrows to himself, and he will give you 136 potions by selling off his eyebrows to himself. If you go up a couple more, you can keep selling things like that, whatever, it doesn't matter, you can just leave the menu. It'll warp you around, because technically, apparently, you're selling your X and Y coordinates, which is what's actually happening there, so that's why you'll move around a bit. But now you can just, sell back the free potions you got from selling Hammer's eyebrows. Make a little bit of a profit off of it, since this doesn't cost you anything to do. Nice casual 124, or 12,400 gold, 124 potions, no big deal. Hit R again, go up to the eyebrows, buy another 136, and just keep going like that. You can also click on different parts to kind of cause different effects, but doing this also may warp you to different places in the room, so be a little careful. Well, for me, it looks like I'm not even selling my Y coordinate, just my X. There are other ways to mess around with it, but that is just the most simple part of it. That's how you can make money quick. There are other ways to get more potions faster. This is just the method I find the easiest. Now let's just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. We can buy Hammer's mustache. And then his eyebrows. There we go. We got 281 potions. That's what it was. And now we're up here. Perfect. That's more like it. And just keep selling, and you'll have the money you need to get pretty much everything in the game. However, we already had everything, so since I'm using the Wii U, let's get it all back. Unfortunately, now we're broke. We have 1,822 gold instead of the almost 1,000,000 gold we just had. But we get to keep our inventory at least. So we got everything back there. Let's go see what Yoku's up to. Oh, Yoku's still sleeping. Dracula is... Oh, she's just hallucinating. I thought she knew. I thought she knows how messy my hair got. Hey, Yoko, hey, Mina, how you doing? I almost said Yoko twice. What's wrong? So you've been acting strange recently. That's not true. I just like having my hair like this. It's not like you to hide something from me. Sorry, but I just can't tell you this. I've got to go. Soma! Even though we've already had this discussion, you know who I am. Yep, gotta go. Ignore me, I'm flying up here. Okay, we have 49 spirits to find, because we found one on the way. Oops, and apparently we have to talk to Mina again. No, no, no. Bye. Hammer, you guard them. Be nice. We have 49 spirits to get, so let's start with the first one we need, which is one of the first enemies you fight in the game, the zombie. Yes, we didn't get the zombie soul. Thankfully, grinding them is pretty easy. The problem is their drop rate for their soul is pretty low. This will take a while. This is probably the one of the spirits that will take the longest, bizarrely enough. I was actually gonna count how many enemies it took me on screen to kill before I got the soul, but I'm killing them so fast. I was hoping I would have gotten it a lot sooner than this, so I don't know if it's gonna be worth the counting. Thankfully, because of the dash spirit, we don't really have to worry too much about attacking. Thank goodness for that. This is why this video is gonna be a nightmare. It's just gonna be a lot of editing, because this is gonna take so long with 49 spirits left to get. Fucking finally! Oh my god! All that work for the zombie soul becomes stronger when poisoned. Oh god, that took forever. Oh. This does actually work, though. The zombie soul is actually pretty good. Looking on the Castlevania wiki right now, the actual calculations for your strength is usually, when you're poisoned, is strength divided by 4. So when you're poisoned, your attack is cut in fourth. But apparently with the zombie soul, it is strength divided by 8, and then multiplied by 3, plus your normal strength value. Your constitution is constitution divided by 8, and then times 11. And intelligence is intelligence divided by 8 times 11. So it's a pretty good boost. It just takes forever to get the soul, apparently. Next up is axe armor. Let's see how many times it takes to get this guy. A lot of this is going to be running in and out of rooms. We can use the Black Panther soul to just kind of dash through them and do decently fast kill, but also one swing of our sword should do it too. For reference on the map where we are right now, we've just moved to the right a couple screens from the intro area. So I'll keep trying to show you on the map roughly the best place to grind these out. You may find better places to get them, but usually as long as you can find a soul close to a door or just in general near in a group, just go for it. Just do whatever you find best, but do realize you're gonna be doing this a lot. Oh, and there we go. Axe armor. Throws axes at enemies. It's exactly what you expect it to be. Well, not quite. It's actually the cross, the boomerang, instead of a standard axe art. Although it's exactly how the axe armor is attacked, so I guess it makes sense in the grand scheme of things. Ah, crap. On the way to getting another one, we got another. This is Quezlcoatl. I never say this name right. I always say Quetzalcoatl. I think that's how you're supposed to say it.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Constitution is increased by 8, so just a standard stat increase. Next up is Bone Pillar. You can pretty much go anywhere you want for these guys since they're pretty scattered around the whole game, but I'm in the area at the beginning of the chapel zone because that seems to be one of the better areas to check out for it. Now I'm following a guide put up by Red Limit up on IGN and a couple other places has recommended areas for soul hunting. There's other zones you can check along the way as well, but generally you're gonna find them, these guys, pretty much anywhere. And every head you break is a chance to get the soul. So you do get multiple shots on this, but this is also probably why we missed actually getting the soul, because we just didn't have the luck for it. There we go. Bone Pillar. Radiates flame. Hi. I have a cat sleeping on my lap. Sorry. Hi, buddy. Yeah. When we finished this LP originally, you weren't even born yet. Yeah. Bone Pillar is equipable on the right shoulder button. And pretty much does exactly what you expect. You get a flamethrower for your hand, not for your mouth. Does good damage, but you cannot move during it, which is the real bummer. And it also cannot be activated in midair. You have to be on the ground like a Bone Pillar to actually attack. All right, I had a feeling we were gonna get this one early too by just kind of wandering around. This is the Fleaman soul, hops around madly. Guess what? You get to summon your own Fleaman. They're just as annoying when they're on your side, but at least they do damage for you instead of the other way around. Obviously work better in corridors, but they've actually got a pretty good sense of when to attack, which is surprising, and or not surprising if you think about how Fleaman usually are in this series. Next up, number 10, the Blue Crow. The vertical hallway next to the second save point you should find in the game, or your first, depending on how you've been moving. Just sneak up on him and get a quick kill on him. Unfortunately, because of the vertical nature of this hallway, it may take a little bit. There we go. Blue Crow attacks by flying crows at enemies. Well, I don't have any enemies left in this room, but have some birds. This is kind of a weird arc, just like a quick returning shot. I feel like there's been some sub-weapons kind of like this in the series before. Next up, we have to get the white dragon, but conveniently, we don't actually have to cut away because it's right here. So let's use the crow to kill the white dragon. And we got it in 2. Holy shit. Constitution is increased by 4, so we've already, in this video, gotten a better one. Provided I haven't been actually posting these in order. Quetzalcoatl was actually the better version of this, I believe. All right, let's go find a Durga. Next up is Durga. Right as you enter the study, jump over to the first room here, and you'll immediately find a couple of them. So just keep zipping back and forth. If you're lucky enough that your Black Panther ability, if you're at this point in the game, is strong enough, you can just run back and forth through them, and it won't take that long. You hope, at least. There we go. Durga throws katanas. Only seems fair to use it against the other Durga in the room. Well, it says katanas, but that sure does look like singular to me. Also, that is a cutlass? That is not a katana. You can specifically tell the the hilt of it. It has a handguard. That's not a katana. Whatever. Next up, Giant Ghost. Giant Ghost is actually right underneath where we were. So you don't have to go very far. And Student Witch is there, so you can bring out your attack cats yet again. God, you know what? It's been so long. We gotta do it. Let's get our lethal cats out. Oh, attack kittens, I've missed you so. And you were very good luck. Holy crap. Giant Ghost provides a protective barrier. Oh, there you go. Well, unfortunately, he's not going to be the most helpful considering we're pretty far in the game at this point. But 5 MP a second is actually not too bad of a drain, all things considered. I think everything here is going to just do 1 damage anyways, even with this on. Yeah, so not the best marker, but hey, additional defense. It actually managed to deflect projectiles, but of course, no one was throwing any at me as soon as we got it. Next up is Evil Butcher, which turns out is also in a pretty good place in the study. In the entry area here, just go down. You'll have a chance to fight a giant ghost, and you'll get a chance to fight at least 3 Evil Butchers and a whole Bone Pillar. So honestly, the study so far pan out pretty good for souls that you might need or we have needed so far this run. There we go, we got it. Throws sharpened butcher knives. You can probably guess what this is basically going to be. Yep, it's the dagger ability from pretty much every other Castlevania game. Works just about as how you expect. Next up, Killer Doll. Pretty close to a warp point here if you want to just start with this one. You can just run in and out and grab this one. It's also right next to the room where we got the best chance for the Quetzalcoatl soul as well. So if you want to double down on that, you can do that. There are better spots with more Killer Dolls if you care to go a little bit farther. Also, here's your chance to get Durga again if you missed Durga. Yeah, here we go. So pretty much any vertical area down in the basement of the dance hall will get you chances for getting them. Plus, a bunch of other ones you probably are missing as well. So just run around here if you want your best chance to pick up a bunch of stuff you might not have before. There we go. Killer Doll mesmerizes the enemy. Well, there's an enemy. Let's mesmerize them. Okay, not what I expected. It basically counts as a distraction. They'll swing at that instead. Oh, those sprites are adorable. I don't think I've actually used this one before. Look at these little mini dolls. So we have Mina dolls and we have Soma dolls. That is actually super cute. Except for the fact that, you know, they're getting stabbed. I also decided to use this hallway as a way to grab them because at the end here is a guaranteed bag of $500. And it took a little bit, nothing too bad, but we definitely built up our gold a little bit compared to what we had earlier. What do we have next on the docket? Next on the docket is the wooden golem, which conveniently is also nearby. Oh, would be. Of course, the next one after also dropped it. Good lord. The odds of a soul after you've gotten it is supposed to go down, but apparently they decided not to be the case for me today. Here we go. Wooden golem, just directly above where we just were. Golems are usually a pain in the ass, although, depending on your weapon, they'll go down in a couple quick hits. They're the earliest, or one of the earliest golems you'll be dealing with. Alternatively, you can use the Killer Mantle to instant kill them, because all golems don't have any MP, and since the Killer Mantle swaps HP and MP values, it's a guaranteed instant kill. And it works too. We got the wooden golem. MP recovery rate is increased. That does seem like it's going fast. Here, let's 478, 461. 464. So it looks like we're going at about 3 per second. Let's see if there's an actual stat difference, though. No, it just seems to be faster rate in general, so that's cool if you're looking for it, but you don't really need it per se unless it's early. As an early drop, it's great. But where we're at right now, not the biggest of deals. Next up is number 37, Persephone, who we've seen kind of everywhere at this point. Well, everywhere in the inner quarters. There's a lot of different spots you can check at for this soul, so don't worry too much about wandering around. He says as he wanders around a little too much. The next couple souls we're actually gonna be getting are all kind of in this same area, so you're gonna be hunting around in the inner sanctum here a little bit. The inner quarters is gonna have a lot of things you need. So we don't have Nemesis either. Because this is the Chronomage tunnel. And there's a room, dedicated room for her right here. So if you want a good spot with a guaranteed quick return, just go right here. The door in front of the warps as well also have a bunch. There we go. Persephone, absorb enemies' HP with a magical item. Oh, I think I actually mentioned this one. Oh, I'm excited for this. Persephone absorbs health with a ghost vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner does damage, so on weaker enemies it works great. If an enemy's too strong, they'll still give you health, but it just won't do as much damage by comparison. It's just kind of amazing that it's just a skull vacuum cleaner. So dumb, I love it. Next up, right here is number 38, Lilith. So he's got rank. Wow, 1 hit. I hadn't killed any at this point. That was the first one. Intelligence is increased by 8. Perfect, because we're actually, that's a good one to get right away. Plus, also, we're in a room with a couple ones we don't have already as well, because we have Persephone, which we just got. Valkyries we don't have. There's a couple Liliths, which we don't need to worry about anymore. And just above is a room with more Valkyries, more Persephones, and a bit of an annoying one to get as well, the Kyoma demon. The guy in the mirror tries to stab you. So we're gonna be grinding this room for a while for a couple different souls we're missing. And conveniently, it's next to a warp, so it's pretty easy to get to this spot. So let's grind out Valkyries and Kyoma demons and see which one we get first. Valkyrie was first, slashes enemies with its sword. 50 experience per use, or MP per use, but it looks pretty damn cool. Gotta keep stabbing this guy to see what we can get from him. There we go. Kyoma demon, temporary invincibility. 80 per use, 80 MP per use, so this is gonna be a little expensive. But yeah, you ain't getting hurt. Well, as long as you're faster on activating it. And apparently it takes a while to activate based on how that hit went. But sure enough, when it's active, you're not getting hurt. Well, it just takes longer to activate every time than you expect. The mirror has to disappear for that to work. I don't know, man. It's cool, but it's expensive. All right, we went out of order for a little bit here. Who's next on our hit list? Number 39, Nemesis. Next up, number 39, Nemesis, in this long hallway next to the Chronomage room, and near the save point there, right before the Headhunter. They're one of the few Ghost Sword enemies. There's a couple of them here in this hallway, and this is probably the better spot, simply because there's more of them to hit. Cloaking Shield makes you invisible before enemies' eyes. I mean, they can still hit me. I think that just means they won't chase me. So here, let's find an enemy that would attack me anyways. How about Persephone's in here, right? Yeah, doesn't see me at all. All right. I think that's all the ones we need to worry about here in the inner sanctum. In the inner quarter, sorry. Because next up is... Ooh, where are all these guys? We got a lot of birds to find. No, and the devil. I guess they all go together. Let's go find number 45, Altair. So, I found the room with them all, and I was actually rushing to get to the save point so I could start from there to show off where everything was, but then I just crashed into a red crow and got one of the ones we were missing. Intelligence is increased by 4. We're in the floating garden, the big spot in the center. A lot of spirits we missed here. We missed a lot of souls, so I guess we'll start with that. We got the red crow. We're missing that half-horse body there. I guess I'll use the save point since I'm here. We're missing dead. Nope, we're not missing dead warrior anymore. Deflect normal attacks by pressing up and B. What is this one? Up and B? That can't be right. Okay. So I thought something seemed wrong about that description, that it didn't seem right. And it turns out, yeah, that's a bit of a mistranslation. It says deflect normal attacks by pressing up and B. But it turns out what it means is you can actually cancel out your attacks by using the dead warrior by pressing up and B. So your normal swings can now be interrupted by your bullet attacks whenever you want. That's an ability, it's not really a deflection as much as it is just kind of a cancellation, basically. So if you turn that spirit off, you can't cancel out your swing. So for slow weapons, it's kind of helpful, especially if you have a good bullet soul. But you're not gonna be deflecting any projectiles with that. Still neat though. All right, in the room over here, we've got the Cockatrice. A couple chances, I believe, in, maybe not just in this room. Is there a second one here? No, I think in these rooms in general, there's another couple chances to get the Cockatrice, but the fastest one is likely the one on the bottom. There's a red crow again. We've already got the Gorgon. And then, of course, there's the actual maze, which we can get a bunch there. We're missing 2. So let's just deal with the Cockatrice. Oh, there's the other one I was looking for. So we got 2 in the intro area here. Just kind of keep luring them back and forth. Shouldn't be too bad. Got it. Cockatrice fires a beam of petrification. Pretty much what you would expect, considering that's their actual ability that they use on you. However, they're better at it than you are. Also, an enemy actually has to be able to be turned into stone for it to work, otherwise it's just going to do damage. It does okay damage. If the enemy specifically can't be turned into stone, you're kind of just wasting your time. There are better options and ones that at least aim forward. But it does work, if you've got the patience for it. We're gonna do things slightly out of order now. We're gonna go for the devil now, which is 49. We still have 45 to get. The easiest way to access them, I found, is right here. So make sure you're in this part of the floating gardens. Go immediately to the right, and in the dead center, there'll be the devil. Keep zipping in and out, and hopefully eventually you get a soul. There'll be a couple other squares you can get them for as well, because all the floating garden ones usually lead to some items and some enemies and souls. But this is generally the fastest guaranteed way I've found. Ah, there we go. Devil transforms into a demon that rushes at enemies. 30 per time. And it needs solid ground to run on. This is one of the souls you can use to get behind that waterfall. It's pretty cool. Just takes a bit to get, as all the transformations kind of do. Next up is a bit of a surprising spot. The way that leads to the chaotic realm. The area above the save point there actually has Altair. Just crashed into them as they're dropping Fleaman. Oh, these are Rippers, right. They're not quite Fleaman. They're stronger. No, that's the Rippers. Damn it. I thought it was actually the Altair one. I actually got this quickly off recording by accident. As I was... Oh, shoot. I forgot about warping. There we go. At least it's easy to get back. And unfortunately, I couldn't get it to happen instantly again like it did off recording, so I was a bit bummed out about that. But it's not too bad to get them back, at least. The easiest way... I mean, you can just wait for them to come back in. You don't actually have to leave the room, I guess. A bunch will fly in. But as you've seen, the easiest way I've found to get back to this spot is to go right, left, and right again to respawn back into this room. Or you can take one of the exits in the bottom to make sure you stay in the same room, like going to the save point, or the entrance to the Chaotic Realm in the Julius fight. Whichever method you find best. Still gotta stab some birds. God, and we got it. All right, perfect. Summons and hurls eagles. Oh, not what I thought we were going to throw. Yup, that actually is summoning and throwing eagles. All right. So it's a better knife, basically. Sick. Slower, but at least it looks like it keeps going. Not too shabby, we've got a long enough enemy. All right, this next bit's gonna be a group of them together. Again in the floating gardens. The easiest marker I found was the left side of the gardens. Hop in here, dash over to the top side, and you will see a regular golem. We need to kill the regular golem. We also need disc armor. And over here, in this one, we also have Manticore. As well as another disc armor up here. So we've got 2 disc armors we can grind off of, a golem and a Manticore. So we're gonna be grinding for all 3 of these right now because we're missing all 3. Unsurprisingly, the first one to pay out was the one that we had 2 chances to get at a time. Disc armor, shreds enemies to bits with a spinning disc. Pretty much what you thought it was gonna be. Sick yo-yo tricks. Although that's faster than I expected. It did do multiple hits just then. Here, let me try it on the Manticore. Not bad, actually. How about the Golem? Okay, maybe not that close. And it paid out too, nice. Strength is increased by 12. There we go, there's a good strength increase. Hell yeah, all right. And that just leaves our friend the Manticore. Of course, that one's gonna be the hardest one to get because I think it's a transformation. Got it. Transforms into a magical beast that rushes at enemies. Another 30 for time. Another transformation. That does not look like a Manticore. And as you guessed, yet another transformation that can get you through the waterfall as well. All right, the next couple are here in the clock tower. This whole line I'm in right now leads to a bunch of souls we need. We need the lightning doll and the bomb armor. Plus, if you didn't have the disc armor already, here's another chance to get one in a pretty easy to spawn area. Bomber armor in this room, easy to access. And if you fly over here, there's 2 lightning dolls you can swing at. So just run back and forth and just see which one you get first. Likely you're gonna get the lightning doll first since you got more chances. And if you want even more, just jump up higher and you'll see more. And it's a good thing we did. The lightning doll discharges lightning from its fingertips. Now I had a bunch of people, from what I remember, telling me this is one of the better souls in the game. Because apparently, the lightning can do multiple hits. And it's already pretty damn powerful. Actually, bomb armor, are you weak to lightning? Because that would also explain the high amount of damage I'm doing to you right now. You are weak to lightning. That would explain it. So let's test it on the yo-yo boy here. No, you're all metal. I don't know why I thought that would be any different. But apparently this move can do multiple hits for pretty cheap too, honestly. So decent early damage. And it might actually last you all the way, depending on which move you like. Now let's see if we can get that bomber armor done. Got it. Astounding amount of destructive power. Wow, that's vague. 80 per use. And I wasted it all on the lightning, so give me a second to top this off. I assume this is just a giant bomb. It's a cartoon bomb. Of course it is. I don't know if I'd call that astounding. Especially because you have to wait for it to detonate. Does it have to be touching? Yes, it does. That did a lot of damage to that guy, though. That was 872, I think, to the lightning ball? Yes, wow. Okay, so depending on the enemy does a lot of damage, but kind of a pain in the ass to aim at. Big targets, definitely use it on them. Next up in the room just below where you fought death, we have the great armor. Takes 4 hits at this point we have with the Claim Stolas, or it's weak to lightning. So if you have the lightning doll, this is gonna be a breeze. Just maybe don't run into the sword as much as I've been doing, though. Despite being easy to kill, it definitely took a while to get that. Great armor. Strength is increased 120%. 60 MP per time, though. And it's when you have the hold to activate. Will it reflect on my actual stats, though? Nope, you just gotta know the math. So let's do the math. 197, 221. Not too shabby. It's maybe not the best option. Considering it burns through your MP so fast. That's the thing. For bosses, it's very helpful. But for general adventuring, you might be better off with other options. Depends on how you're feeling. Next up, this gross thing. The Man-Eater. Easiest place to find it is this little tunnel here, just to the right and below the warp point into the reservoir area. Since it's a point of no return, though, one-way road, you're gonna be running back and forth a little bit. I'm ready to stab this thing a lot because it has a lot of health. It paid out pretty fast, though. I think that was 3rd or 4th one. Man-Eater shoots a ripple laser. Are we talking Gradius? Yeah, kinda are. Ooh, different colors too, fancy. Don't really control over their movement, though. It's just straightforward. Looks cool. Not sure if it's worth the hubbub, though. Damage seems all right. Probably works better on bigger bosses again. How about you? Oh. Let's see how it works on you. So far, so good. Oh, that was a couple. Okay, it's all right. I think that's the problem, is really, all the souls we find are going to depend entirely on your personal taste. Like, we're doing this because we want to get 100% at this point. You don't need to do this if you don't care about the item you get for it or the little bit of extra dialogue. But the item you get is pretty good. It's just, I forgot how long this takes to do. At this point, we still have about like 20, 25 souls left to get. I've been at this for 2.5 hours. And I still have 20 more souls to go, so. Actually gonna jump ahead on my list just a little bit here. Directly underneath that same reservoir warp point is number 80, Mandragora. But I believe you do actually have to wait for him to be pulled out of the ground, otherwise it doesn't count. There it is, yep. And of course I got the slime soul instead, so I thought I actually gotten the right soul. If it's not out of the ground, it doesn't count, which is probably why more than likely we missed this one. This is gonna be annoying. Something like the Lightning Doll, lined up at the right time, will do you wonders, because you'll stay out of the attack range of the Mandragora, and the multiple hits should guarantee a kill. There we go. Kills enemies with Scream. It's the same sound effect, isn't it? 110 a use, Jesus. Yeah, and it's pretty much the same Scream. Well, it looks like it does a lot of damage, but unfortunately it uses a lot of MP. Holy crap. Decent range on it, though, at least. Just wish we had some stronger enemies to test it on. He says, knowing exactly where he's going. Because up here is two things we need together. The big golem, which, I'm gonna burn through my MP a little too fast here. Come on. How much damage does this do on him? 455, that's not bad. If it wasn't for the fact that he's a golem. And usually if he's a golem... Oh! Ooh, it doesn't work on big golem. Never mind. Ooh, okay. I'm taking a lot of hits, I should be careful. Well, we'll come back and kill this guy here. So just so you know where we are, we're directly above the warp point in the reservoir this time. I'm gonna go to the save point and we'll grind out on this guy and see what we get. And then we'll deal with that one. Timing seems all right. Oh, wow, okay, mumbling to myself and I got it. I didn't even expect it. Big golem punches enemies. Is that gonna be exactly what I think it is? 5 per time. Oh, it's not what I thought. Ooh, but that's a big hand. It's a nice slap. If you can time it with your actual character, it's pretty good. And of course, you can dance around, so face the wrong way, slap around. Not too shabby. Okay, in this same room, you've probably noticed that quick flash of light. That is the only enemy in the game we didn't actually end up killing in our entire playthrough. Number 82, the Skyfish. Now, to get this one requires a specific soul. And since it's moving super fast, if you remember the soul set that you have, you should already realize what it is. It's just a shame I've actually forgotten which menu it was. I couldn't remember if it was a bullet soul or not. The Chrono Mage, the ability to stop time. 96 MP per use though, so you gotta be careful with this. Equip the Chrono Mage ability. And as soon as the enemy comes on screen, you activate it, but it has to be on screen. If you walk into the room and it's active, nothing happens. In fact, the enemy doesn't even show up. So the timing for this is annoyingly precise. This one is frustrating, and this is probably usually the soul most players will miss just because of how ridiculous the requirement for it is. Also doesn't help that the one that we found is specifically in this big golem room. There is a better room for it without this big guy here. But, if we react fast enough, we'll at least won't have to worry about him. There we go. Perfect. Unfortunately, it is not a guaranteed drop. However, it is one of the higher natural drop rates to begin with, starting at 15%. So if your reaction time is good and your luck is not too shabby, you'll get it pretty quickly. It just requires testing your timing ability, which apparently I am failing dramatically right now. Oof. Okay, so when I get about here, I should be able to activate it. I'm out of MP! Get back here. Got him, okay. Fortunately, that was only the second time I hit him. It just took a while to hit him. While praying, both luck and strength increase for a moment. Now this soul is a little weird to use, but it is potentially really cool. Let's show the page for the Skyfish first. Creature that moves at high speed, invisible to catch with the naked eye. 3,000 experience if you kill it, though. So it's worth a fair amount if you can manage to catch it, especially versus like everything else around it. All right, we'll use the big golem here as an example. So we're doing 213 damage roughly to his face. But if we hold down the R button with Blessing on, for 4 seconds, our attack increases to 341. So the way this works is the longer you charge it, the more your strength and your luck increases, up to 150%. It takes about 6 seconds to charge it for that much of an increase, but it takes 60 MP a second. So you're using a lot of MP for a big increase. That's the one downside to it. The fact that it uses so much MP and that it lasts for so little time, but for that 4 seconds, you're gonna do some ridiculous damage. Let me just see if I can actually... Well, auto stop, or is it just gonna... Okay, that's it, that's max. It doesn't show the increase on this menu. 354 though, versus 213. Significant damage increase, and of course it gives me the big golem soul again now. God, all right. But yeah, Blessing, really cool, just a huge MP sink. And also, a pain in the ass to get because of the skyfish. Here's the other spot to find a skyfish. Next up, the Dryad. Go 2 rooms right of the warp point. You get a couple chances at these. God, we're gonna have so many levels by the time I've gotten all these souls. Oh. At this point, we've already gained 5 levels getting these. So this is kind of why I say you never really need to grind for levels, because if you're going for the souls, you're gonna get there naturally. And this is without any experience boosting equipment too, I'd like to add. I have the soul boosting ring right on right now. That's it. But at least it does its job. Dryad grows stronger by stealing HP from its enemies. $33 use. Depending on the enemy though, a little hard to hit with. Let's try a bigger enemy. How about another Dryad? Yes, Dryad, fight for me. Perfect. Defeat the big Dryad with the little Dryad. And it is healing me the whole time too, which is nice. I'm gonna go test this on the big golem, because I'm curious to see if it even works on the big golem. Yet again, it's just another move that's really better to use on giant enemies. No, it immediately disappears if it hits the golem. All right, so not that useful there. So medium enemies. I guess the big golem, to be fair, is also a former boss, which kind of messes up this whole thing too, so maybe don't bank on that. That might just be an example, or it might just be an exception, not an example. Going back to the same Dryad room, conveniently, there are 2 other souls we need here as well. The Poison Worm. So I'm gonna keep getting poisoned on because I'm rushing past, and the Ukoback. Only one of each in this room though, so it may take a little bit longer, but if you're already trying to get the Dryad one, you can pair it together at least. There we go. Ukoback sets fires in midair. I pretty much expected it to be that. That's less helpful than you would think. Decent for blocking some projectiles, at least. But it really only works on enemies that would be moving forward. So if it's a still enemy, then not useful at all. There we go. Thank God that took forever. But I can see why it took so long. Poison worm. Immunity to poison. No more poison effect anymore. Thank the Lord. Let's give it a test run. Let's make sure it's not just a spelling error, and instead it's not just a case where it lasts less time. Yep. No more poison. Thank goodness. Although really I'm more happy about getting the soul at this point than anything else. That puts us at 87.7% of the souls so far. We are still missing a bunch though. We're still missing 14 souls total here. So we still got a ways to go. Let's go find an Archdemon. Oh, conveniently we know where that is. We already fought that earlier. Guess what? It's right here. This one spot seems to just be like a treasure trove of the souls we're missing. So I guess I just really had either terrible luck here, or I just didn't fight everything here. This recording has taken so long that the Wii U gamepad has died on me. Just wanted to put that out there in the recording. I feel I now realize why it may have taken me this long to do this video. Thank God. Oh. That drop rate on this guy is extremely low, and now I can see why. Archdemon restores MP as damage is afflicted upon him. So let's burn through some MP quickly there. So 552. 555. This is my usual recovery rate, actually. 556. 559. Okay, so it is dependent on how much damage you take, which really means, because everything here is only going to do 1 damage to me, not going to see a noticeable difference, but helpful during boss fights. Also notice we're now level 54. I think we gained 1 to 2 levels getting these last couple souls. We're going to be ridiculously overpowered for when we do the final run in the boss rush. Yeesh. Next up, the Werejaguar. Enter this room right before the area where you end up fighting Legion. And I think some rooms ahead as well will also have them, but here you go. Just a nice, quick way to fight them. I think, are we missing Biff? We might be missing Biffron as well. No, we do have Biffron. Never mind. Flame Demon. Well, we definitely have yours now. Okay. Ooh, and we're actually missing you too. And this is a perfect hallway. Yep, you're the two we're missing. Werejaguar and Alura Une. So let's just run back and forth here and see what we can get. Oh, that was actually pretty fast. Werejaguar packs an extremely powerful straight punch. Is it time for a Falcon Punch? Hey, not as much wind-up as a Falcon Punch, but still pretty good. And it works in midair too. Forward momentum on the ground. Stay in place in midair. Let's punch this plant. Got it. Alura Une restores health. Just straight up. 60 per time though. But while she's out, you're getting 10 hit points real quick there. Well, I think the time on that depends entirely on, or how much you're getting on that one, I think actually depends on what your intelligence stat is currently at. And obviously when your health is full, you can't activate that move at all, so take a couple more hits. Roll down your health a little bit. And get some drops apparently instead. Cool, what do we got left? 90% done, almost there. 11 left. Alright, next up, number 81, the Flesh Golem. Find the waterfall room and go to the little alcove in the middle of it on the right. Just don't get punched out of the room. That's how many hits it takes for the Claim Stolas, or, as you've probably guessed, since it's a golem, and not a giant one, Killer Mantle. Got it. Enjoys eating the oddest things. So, remember those healing items that you've had that would normally do damage to you? Which I don't, yeah, there we go. Rotten meat. Oh, I only have one, so I can't actually do an example here. Hang on. Well, no, there's a way. Hang on. God bless save states. So normally, if you ate rotten meat, you would take damage. You've probably guessed where this is going. Equip the Flesh Golem. Eat that rotten meat. Get your heal on instead. However... Oh, actually, maybe it doesn't. Okay, I thought this was the one where they actually get reversed and the normal healing items would actually do damage to you. That must be a later game. Next up is Dead Crusader, which is in a bunch of spots. The Underground Reservoir, the Arena, and the Chaotic Realm. But the fastest one to get to, since we're not in the Chaotic Realm right now, is right here. Just above the warp point in the Arena. However, forgot they guard all the time. Oh, crap. What do I have that ignores guards? Aside from waiting. Actually, what is your weakness, now that I think about it? No, holy. Okay. Less helpful than I hoped. Oh, there's only one there? There's gotta be a spot for more. Not just the one guy. Oh, there's Red Minotaur. I'm gonna work on you too, because we're missing you, and I really want your soul. Killer Mantle, Werejaguar. Jesus, everything was here. Just went to the arena. This hallway's about to pay out real good. Oh, it took a bit. We actually gained 2 levels fighting these guys, but we got the soul I've been the most excited about. The Red Minotaur swings an oversized axe. And buddy, you don't know the half of it. 150 MP per use. It is expensive. But god damn if it isn't fucking worth it. Absolutely gigantic axe does ridiculous damage. And if you want to actually add insult to injury, find an enemy, face the wrong way and use it, and you can get multiple hits on them if they manage to survive the first one. This is invaluable for boss rush and for making the final bosses just really fucking trivial. Really, any boss is trivial at this point, especially if it's powered up to the point where this is. Because this is doing 1,000 damage per swing. I think I remember talking about this during the LP at one point, saying I really liked having this one for boss rush. And yeah, we're gonna be using it. Now just to get this guy, which we actually came here for in the first place. There we go. Dead Crusader. Constitution is increased by 16. The most powerful soul for Constitution increase. Now you might notice the eyeball above my head here. I ended up using the Nemesis soul because that makes it so the enemies don't see you, so the Dead Crusader doesn't block your attacks. Definitely expedited the speed on that one a lot. Alright, and now thanks to Red Minotaur also being caught, we are down to the final 8. Let's go find a Mudman. Next up, the forbidden area for the Mudman. The intro area here has 2 Mudman spawns alongside another Werejaguar. And 2 more Dryads. So again, if you don't have Dryads, here's your best chance too. And we got a new, oh my god, they've been, so I have gotten so many swords in the process of this. Nothing's as good as what we currently have, but like, I just want to show off. We've gotten so many weapons in the process of trying to do this. That was actually really quick. Mudman slings mud at enemies. Okay, kinda should have saw that one coming. 20 per use. How bad? Oh. That's more damage than I expected out of that, honestly. Not quite as good as the sword. Oh god, another mistletoe. Yeah, it's just a pretty simple arc, basically. And I'm out of MP. Well, at least we know it works. 7 left. At this point, our remaining 7 souls are all guaranteed to be in the chaotic realm, so at this point, we might as well just go back there. Unfortunately, this also means we do not have a map, so, A, good luck, and B, here's an image that someone made of the map online in case you're really lost. Our first one we bumped into, the Basilisk. That's number 101. The offspring of a lizard and a bird. It looks just like the chicken we fought earlier. Well, not that chicken. I've already forgotten the name. It has been, I've lost track of everything at this point. All I know is grinding now. It looks like the, no, not the Manticore. Looks like the Cockatrice. There we go. It's just the recolor of the Cockatrice. All I know at this point is fighting and grinding. Let's kill. Not too shabby on that one. Defensive strength increases and offensive strength decreases. Is it a noticeable number when we do this? Oh! Wow! Okay! That's a lot to lose. Jesus, that is almost half. For just, like, 26 more defense. I mean, 26 defense is a lot, but I don't think it's worth losing half my damage output. That's ridiculous. 206. Now let's put back on Gremlin. Yeah, 425. I don't think I can justify that. I don't think I can justify that. Whew. I guess if you really need to take a hit, though. Alright, moving to the left finds us Erinys, the angry Valkyries, and also Alistor, both of which were missing. So let's get to grinding on these two then. Oh, hey, there we go, that works. Alistor summons Alistor, the familiar. Wait, actually? 3 per time. Yeah, there you go. It's basically like it is in some of the other games. We have a familiar now. How is it attacking, though? Pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. Yep. You ever just realize you haven't been able to see your health meter because your microphone's covering it up? Oops. Let's heal up a bit before we grind out this next one here, because we still don't have Arians yet. Turns out this might actually be the easiest spot to grind out this one, since they fly right up to you. You just need to walk in and out of the door and just wait a second. And if only they would drop something. No! Fuck! Fuck, are you serious? Oh! That hurts. Oh. Oh. That took so long. Erinys increases experience points by 120%. According to the wiki, apparently this is one of the hardest souls to get. The drop rate, even with the Soul Eater ring, being less than 1%. And we walked away from the first time it spawned, having to do it again for over 10 minutes. And the insult to injury is, it gives you 20% more experience, so you'll level up faster. But I'm pretty sure I gained close to 4 levels just grinding on her soul. Because she was worth 500 experience per kill, and we killed her in 1 hit. And then we could just walk back in the room and get it again. Ugh. We've gained 17 levels so far. And there's still 3 more to go. 4 more to go. Oh, that's even worse. Don't do this in one sitting like I've been doing. Alright, Demon Lord time. This room also has a bunch of the Valkyries, the Erinys in there, so if you want to attempt to grind out both in a slower fashion, it's worth it. But this guy already takes 5. What? Oh no. The ROM crashed. The ROM running on the Wii U's emulator has crashed. This isn't modified. This is what they sold. So does this mean that Aria crashed? Like, this would have happened on a Game Boy crash? Or does this mean the emulation's oh, please. I just saved before I walked in this room. Please be okay. I think this is trying to break me as a human being. I think this is penance for this having taken 4 years. I think 5 maybe to post. This is life telling me, actually fucking finish your projects, which is what I'm trying to do, life! Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, I just want to show something here, because I'm sure at this point I've left this in for sanity's sake. 3 in-game hours. Oh, we were at 46, not 47. Oh my god, we're at 18 levels higher. Oh. Save me. Thank god it dropped in like 5. Okay. Demon Lord unleashes a furious barrage of magic upon enemies. $38 per use. Alright, let's go find those Erinys. Oh. It's Dracula's fireballs from the other games. Cute. I'm going back and saving. I'm not chancing it anymore. Alright, here we go. Final guard is in this room. You have a lot of health from what I remember. What's your deal, final guard? 1,200 hit points, and you are strong to everything. Specially chosen to defend important areas of the castle. You must have some easy way to kill you. What is it? You're kidding. Alright, so here's fighting this guy normally. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. not the fastest. But it turns out he's weak to everything except for one thing that is considered neutral. Hit damage. Essentially, blunt force damage. While there's plenty of options that are good for that, the fist attacks do way more damage than pretty much anything else in your arsenal unless you get a lot of early, like, close-up hits with stuff like the lightning bolt. So equip a knuckle. Apparently the only one I have, weirdly enough, is the Cestus. Despite the fact I should have way more at this point. And just keep punching him until he dies. Just keep an eye on your health since he does a lot of damage compared to everything else we've dealt with up to this point. I say that and then I just took like 200 damage. Like a smart person. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Guards against enemy attacks. I would hope so, considering it's the final guard. How good is the final guard? 60 per time? Oh, that's... underwhelming? Well, okay, maybe not completely underwhelming. Yeah, it looks like it actually, the full body does not take damage, which is nice at least, but that is really fast experience use, or MP usage for it though. That's the bummer about it. Keep moving forward, come up in the water, and then you'll find the Shadow Knight. Thankfully, the Shadow Knight is actually weak to Holy, so the Claims to Loss is probably your best chance at this point. Also, here's the last guy we're missing. We're almost done. They're both in rooms next to each other. It's a Christmas miracle. The Stolas. Jump back and forth and let's see if we can wrap this up finally. On a level up too, interesting. All right, Shadow Knight, his shadow fights beside him. Five per time. Oh, look how adorable he is. Oh, that's adorable. So we got our basics. We have a stand now. We officially have a stand. It actually does all right damage. So the only problem is now I don't have Black Panther on, so I move a lot slower as a result. But not bad, and it's not terrible MP usage either. Well, once we get this guy's soul, we've got them all. And we got them all. I don't believe it. Oh. Stolas was the last soul. Intelligence is increased by 16. Which means all souls have been obtained. Thank goodness. In the process of doing that, we got the level 67. We leveled up 21 times getting all these souls. In-game time took 3 hours. I'm pretty sure in real time that took... that looks like 4... I have 3 different recording files, so it looks like about 4.5, 4:45... 4 hours, 45 minutes. Because the timer doesn't move when you're paused. So some of it was because I had to, deal with the cat, etc. The rest was, Jesus Christ, this took forever. That's it. We got them all though. And based on how long it took me, I'm gonna say right now, don't do all this in one sitting. If your luck is better than mine, which is very easy to be, maybe it won't take you as long, but it drags having to do them all like that. And I think the developers knew that, because the reward you get for doing this is kinda awesome. However, it takes a bit to even get to the point to grab it, so I'm gonna have... No. Not in the mood for some kissing. It's gonna take me a minute to go find it. but it is gonna be worth it. Also, it is nice to just fly past everything. Oh, crap. Oh, it would be this room, wouldn't it? The damn room we grinded the Erlen soul on has the item we need. So I thought there was a room ahead that had it. Nope, it's way back here. Say hello to the Chaos Ring. Your reward for getting 100% of the souls is a ring that contains the power of chaos. It increases your stats a little bit. Probably maybe because of the Soul Eater ring. And gives you unlimited MP. So pick your most expensive one and go to fucking town, because it don't cost shit anymore. It's all free. So all those ridiculously powerful souls you've been building up, now you can have fun with. Go insane. It doesn't matter anymore. Set your 3 souls to whatever you want. Do you want to gain extra experience? You can do that. Do you want to just use ridiculously powerful moves? Go for that. You want to throw on Headhunter, since you actually picked up so many extra souls in the process of this. You've upped the increase from it by a significant portion. And this is still not the cap for it. Go to town. Just go crazy. You don't even need to use your normal attack anymore. Why bother? You got unlimited red Minotaurs. Just drop axes everywhere. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? The enemies will, but then they're gonna die from it. That's why they give a fuck. Even if it's the last thing they see is just you flying around dropping axes everywhere. Well, still gotta do this, unfortunately. It doesn't get you that much of a boost. God, just after all that, just having the prize be unlimited MP and then getting to just go crazy with what you use, it does soften the blow a little bit. Some people will say it is not worth the exchange, and I get it. At this point, you've done everything in the game. There's not really much left to do. So why would you care? I can jive with that, but like, for me, who's been sitting here for the past 3 hours trying to do this, this just feels like warm and fuzzy right now. How much health did you have again? Oh yeah. Guess that makes sense. This of course means now we can take on the final boss with our most ridiculous and most powerful setup. And since we've also gained 21 levels, our boss fight this time around is gonna go a little differently than before. However, we're actually gonna wait on that. I'm gonna get Soma back there. It's just gonna take a little bit. I'm just tanking damage at this point. But I want to do everything else first. Let's go in with everything. Which means, let's go to boss rush mode next.